Okay, g'day guys, this is Tilt 3, coming to you from Antwerp in Belgium, where we've just played the Royal Antwerp Hockey Club, and it was a good fun game, playing on sand base, which we hadn't done for a long time. We notched up a win, 6-0, several multiple goal scorers, which was good to keep a clean sheet. Earlier today, we had possibly the best 10 minutes of any tour group could spend in Bruges. It's a town, I think if you spend more than 10 minutes, you're just wasting your life. However, when we started playing Antwerp, Royal Antwerp Hockey Club, we started with 6 players, tour director Pete Connolly, the other goalkeeper in the team. He'd managed to lose half the team. So the Antwerp boys were quite keen to take us on, 6 versus 11. They had possibly had 3 or 4 reserves, so it was 6 versus 14 to start with. But we defended strongly and well, managed to keep them out and then have a couple of goals. So when Leakey turned up with the rest of the team, we were well ahead, so it's quite an easy result in the end. We're just enjoying just topping up the fluids. In this episode of the Tilt, we're going to be doing a few interviews with a few more players. There's a surprise TV advertisement. We're just going to cross now to some highlights of the game, and we'll come back and introduce our next interview. First interview today on Tilt 3 is with Evan Watson, the big, bumbling New South Wales forward. I think he tapped a couple in today. He may not have. He may have. Anyway, we spent most of the day in the van, so it was appropriate that we interviewed Evan in the van. Over to you, Evan. In the interests of realism, we at the Tilt like to interview people in the sort of the way we've been spending most of the day. And the way we've spent most of today on our way to Antwerp is in the back of the van. With me, I've got Evan Watson, one of our forwards. What was the first album you ever bought?
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chipmunks, right.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
No, I wasn't expecting that. Well, actually I was. I was expecting that.
Absolutely.
I was expecting that.
Classic for 10-year-olds.
First concert?
Spy v Spy at Coogee Bay Hotel.
Coogee Bay Hotel. We stayed at Coogee Bay in the Nationals last year. It was lovely.
Beautiful spot.
Beautiful spot.
Interesting at 3 a.m.
Interesting at 3 a.m. Where do you play? Where are you from?
Where am I from geographically?
Yeah, geographically or mentally or psychologically, or we'll go through all 3 if you want. Where are you playing at the moment?
I play in Sydney for the University of Technology.
University of Technology. And what are they known as? The University of Technology
UTS.
What? Yeah, but have they got a nickname or a...
UTS.
UTS. Go UTS. That's as good as it gets.
Go Utes.
Go Utes. Utes is better. Utes is better than... I mean, I played to uni and we're just uni. And then the bloody paper fly... Oh, sorry about the swear word. Just edit that out. But the paper's been calling us the students.
Students.
Now, it sort of gets a bit weird when you're sort of pushing 50 to still be referred to.
Nice compliment.
It is a nice compliment. Lifelong learner. Lifelong learner, that's what you want to be. Tell me, mate, what's the aim for the next 2 weeks?
Is obviously to come home with gold by playing some pretty good hockey.
Pretty good hockey. How are we going to play pretty good hockey?
Oh, moving the ball fast.
This is the new Tilt. We're actually going to talk about hockey for a bit. How many goals are you going to score?
8 would be good.
8. How are you going to set up?
7.
7. So, how many are you going to miss?
15.
15? No, mate, you're going to miss none. You're going to miss none.
You're going to be missing the score.
And so far, highlights so far, we are on the end of we're into week 2. So the highlights of week 1 so far.
Highlights of week 1. Certainly Barcelona. I think it's a great place to get to know the team, start to build the game.
And tomorrow we're off to watch the World Cup, Australia versus Spain. I think I've talked about this before. So you'll be there?
Absolutely, looking forward to it.
Good one. Thanks, mate. Talk soon.
Thanks, Gags.
Thanks, Gags. Oh, nice. One of the funniest things happened when we were in Rotterdam. We turned the telly on and this ad was on. It may bear similarities to something you've seen at home, but we could not believe we'd seen it.
This place is amazing. You've really outdone yourself this time, babe.
You deserve it. Gags! Smithy! What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Of all the places, Smithy and Liz. G'day! How did you get here? We drove. They drove here.
Gags?
Stinger!
What are you doing here?
You, me, Smithy, all in the same place.
Peter Gagan? Is that you?
As I live and breathe.
It's Gags.
What a coincidence. You'd never think that was going to happen. Smithy, Stinger, me, Dino. Let's go to the bar. One of the main men in the team is Pat, the Don Donato. We caught Pat in a quiet moment for some reflection on the tour so far. So Pat, how do you manage your investments?
I run an accounting firm.
So, how many people do you know that are buried under cement? I mean concrete.
100?
100 people.
Yes.
So, Pat, are there any areas of Melbourne you'd recommend just to avoid completely?
Brunswick.
Which bands did you manage on your way up to where you are now?
I can't remember whether it was either Bay City Rollers or Skyhooks.
So capo to capo, those two blokes, Dino and Gags. What do you think of them?
Lovely guys.
How do you perform so well game after game after game?
Well, it's top secret, Gags.
Yeah.
I can't really give away.
What's in the water bottle?
I think the results will show the outcomes of it.
Did we see you in last season's underbelly? Don't want to talk about?
Well, I don't think we should talk about
Very, very few people say this. So, Pat, what's happened to highly experienced journos like me who've asked you these sort of questions in the past?
And those that do really don't make it out, do they?
That's right, they don't make it out. No. Anyway, how about a big shout out to those at home?
Keep watching 45's Tilt TV for all the results.
Thanks, Pat. Thanks for your time. Well, that's all from the Tilt studio. So back to me in Antwerp a couple of days ago. With the team of the Wags, but we also have the two girls. Excellent ball girls, doing the right thing by us. Doing the right thing by their dad, having a good time, hope they're enjoying themselves. Who have we got here?
Olivia. Regan.
And how are you finding the tour?
Good. Great.
Great? Good. Which one? Great or good?
Great. Good.
Both great. And are you looking after Dad?
Yeah.
And any big shout outs to people back home? Anyway, friends? Yeah, we've got thousands of people. You don't have friends?
You don't have,
Do you have
she
friends?
doesn't. Yes, I have lots of friends.
Well, use beer if you want.
Oh, you're on TV.
You're on TV. Yeah. Say hello.
Cheers.
Cheers. A friendly
No
Antwerp.
beers?
No beers. No, thank you. Although we're in Belgium, you're still with your dad. How old are you?
15. 13.
I still think that's below the legal drinking age, even in Belgium. So what's been the highlight for you guys so far?
Probably just travelling around, seeing everything.
Yeah?
Different styles of hockey.
Different styles of hockey has been the interesting thing you've seen, not sort of like Barcelona or anything like that, just different styles of hockey.
Yes.
This is the new generation. Dino and I are happy to hear that. The new generation of girls, rather than interested in European or international travel, are looking at different styles of hockey. Good on you, girls. Enjoy the trip.
Thank you.
I'm with Pete Connolly, tour director.
Oh, here we
Pete,
Here we go.
where did you get to?
I'm not sure, Gags. We were everywhere.
With,
We did an impromptu tour of Antwerp.
Antwerp.
Antwerp, yeah.
When we started the game with 6 players, Were you feeling bad? Were you feeling like Gags has got?
Oh, look, I felt like I had time to stop and have a comfort break, and it was all good,
So that you decided to extend the 10 minutes everyone else had in Bruges.
That's right.
To hour and a half, 2 hours,
something like that. I think it was about an hour and a half. Yeah.
Highlight of the trip so far, mate?
Oh, chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. And the first album you ever bought?
First album I ever bought. I think it was Dark Side of the Moon.
Another Pink Floyd man.
Pink Floyd. Yeah.
Favourite album?
Favourite album. Who's Next by the Who.
Who's Next? Pink Floyd and the Who.
Yeah.
Well, just sort of stuck in a bit of time. What's your favourite modern album? Anything from the sort of this century?
I don't know anything from this century.
This century?
No.
First concert you ever went to?
The Angels and that was the Angels. Yeah.
Whereabouts?
Bruce Stadium in Canberra.
In Canberra?
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
In Canberra? You grew up in Canberra?
Yeah.
Okay. How was that growing up in Canberra?
Oh,
cold.
Yeah, it's
cold.
cold.
In winter time,
yeah, cold.
Hot in summer.
Cold, hot,
Nation's capital.
And not much to do, really.
What are you looking forward to the rest of the week? 2 weeks. 2 weeks we're here.
Oh boy, I'm looking forward to our games. I am big time. I'm looking forward to watching some of the Kookaburras kick ass as well.
Yep.
Looking forward to my family getting here.
When are they right?
They're getting here Monday week.
Who's coming?
Everybody. Tracy, my wife, and my son Jack, and my daughter Emma.
Nice work.
So,
big shout out to everyone back in Perth.
Maybe with the hockey field behind.
Yep. And all the boys at Subs Hockey Club.
Subs Hockey. Good on you, mate. Cheers. Well, that's all from Antwerp for tonight. We're off to Rotterdam. Coming up in the next episode will be Wags World, where we'll look at the life and times of the ladies who have joined us on the tour. They seem to be having a very, very good time. They're into the Belgian fruit beer, which seems to be some sort of red cordial stuff with ice in it. Anyway, they seem to be having a good time. I don't think they've actually sobered up. We'll see you for Tilt 4. Cheers.
This place is amazing. You've really outdone yourself this time, babe.
You deserve it.
Gags! Smithy! What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Of all the places, Smithy and Liz. G'day! How did you get here? We drove. They drove here. Gags?
Stinger!
What are you doing here?
You, me, Smithy, all in the same place.
Peter Gagan? Is that you?
As I live and breathe.
It's Gags.
What a coincidence. You'd never think that was going to happen. Smithy, Stinger, me, Dino. Let's go to the bar.